What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Recap Reactions for your Winnipeg Jets 2023-2024 season. This was a fantastic game. Jets win 6-3 over the Nashville Predators, and this is coming off of the back of a great win against St. Louis a couple nights ago, and you love to see it. It looks like the Jets' offense is heating up at the right time. Their things are starting to finally cook, and we've been seeing this kind of all season long. All season long, the one constant for me is the offense is pretty damn entertaining. All four lines are good. They're deep, and they're scoring consistently for the first time in what seems forever for the Winnipeg Jets. And tonight's game was a prime example of that. Kyle Connor gets his 8th career hat trick, and not only does he get his 8th career hat trick, but it was Manitoba Moose night tonight at the MTS Center. Oh my god, I'm showing how old I am. Just kidding. At the end of the day, it's always going to be the MTS Center. But Canada Life, I'm getting off track. Either way, Canada Life Center, Moose night tonight, Winnipeg Jets, Appleton, former Moose, scoring goals. Kyle Connor, former Moose, scoring goals. Cole Perfetti, former Moose, scoring goals. You absolutely love to see it. Tonight's game was great, and also got to give a huge shout out to your boy, Mr. Norris candidate all of a sudden, Brendan Dillon. So 3 goals already on the season for him. What is happening? I don't know. But this whole team right now, like I said, the offense, it's all just clicking. And even in a game like this, where the Jets win by a score of 6-3, you know, it's a great offensive showing, and it's a really just fun, entertaining game. The last couple of games for the Jets have been, and you know, after coming off of those few overtime loss like the Vegas and the shootout loss in Montreal, it just, those losses sucked, and they were winnable games for the Jets. And right now, to see them coming out and winning these games, that's really important. It's early on still in the season, and we all know that. But at the end of the day, these wins and these points, they matter the most. We've seen it happen time and time again where the Jets are squeaking into the playoffs, and at the end of the season, it's coming down to the wire. So these games matter, and right now the Jets are sitting 7-4-2 with 16 points, 13 games played, which is the tied for the most amount of games played in the division, I must add. But they're sitting third right there, and they're tied right now with the Avalanche with 16 points, and they're only 1 point back of the Stars, who have 17. Now, I'm not saying that, all of a sudden this is the Jets, here they are, but they're in a good spot. They're exactly kind of where I wanted them to be at this point in the season, and they're showing exactly what areas I wanted to see them be improved at and playing good hockey at, and that's what's most exciting for me. It's that I think that this team, it might be something worth watching. Like, it really might be. Even though there have been some frustrating games, the defense is still god-awfully frustrating. Do not get me started on that Nate Schmidt sliding play. He looked like a fool out there. I know he probably was the best thing. You could make the argument, but it just looked ridiculous. And time again, this defense at times just looks like it might need a jolt. I don't know what that jolt is. I'm hoping Villahinola could be that jolt when he gets back from injury, and I think about mid-December to early January, I think, is the estimate there for him still at this point. Speaking of injuries, though, I should add Gabriel Velarde was skating today for the first time since his surgery, so that is great. He should be back, you know, sooner than later, and that's exactly what you need. But now you're on a win streak of 3 games for the Jets. You're fighting now for, you know, consistency in the standings and trying to climb as high as you possibly can. Things are looking good finally for you. And you have these good games against central matchups, I should add. Beating St. Louis, you know, beating Nashville. Now, I know Nashville is 5-8. They're not very good, bottom of the division. But still, you got to win these games. They're important games when it comes down to it. Look at Nashville last year. They were crap at this time of the season, too. And then by the end of the year, they were fighting with the Jets at that point for that one of those wild card spots. Like, you cannot rule anybody out at any point in time. And we know that. So these points in these games are important. And tonight's game was a great win. The St. Louis game was a great win, and I love the way the offense is clicking right now. Like, I cannot stress that enough. The offense right now is just so damn exciting, and that is without Gabriel Velarde. Also, I am a god when it comes to predicting players. I'm just going to say that right now, because I don't know why, as a joke, I said Mason Appleton on the pod, but my god, he is having his breakout year, and I absolutely love it. I wish I took him in fantasy and backed up my words, but at the end of the day, as long as the Jets are winning games, I'm happy. I think that the big thing for the Jets going forward is going to be improving the consistency of defense. Now, I should say that even though tonight's game wasn't this defensively flawed, I should point out, but I still think that is their crutch right now as a whole at times, is the defense. At times, they just still look shaky and are rather unreliable, and we know that. We've seen this before already from the Jets. They're not this brand new team out there. Tonight's win was fun. That's why I've got some energy. But at the end of the day, this is the exact same team with the same flaws we saw a little bit before. Now, they're finding ways to mask it by scoring a lot more goals, which is important, but finding consistency is going to be key. And I think games like this against St. Louis, against Nashville tonight, these are really important games because they're establishing that consistency, especially with the offense, with 3 out of the 4 lines tonight scoring, plus Brendan Dillon getting a goal, a depth defenseman, a guy that usually does not score goals, already having 3. Like, what is Brendan Dillon's career high for goals? I have to look this up right now. I'm very curious. I don't think it is very high. 6 goals, it looks like. Yeah, 6 goals back in 2013-14 with Dallas, and he already has 3. He's had 3 a few times in his career, but this could be a big year for Brendan Dillon. We saw that last year with Dylan DeMello. Maybe it's Brendan Dillon's time. Who am I to say no to that? But I don't know. Either way, the next game on Saturday against the Stars, that's going to be a big game. Obviously, with we know the standings right now. They are first. That is our big test. We can be excited after these 2 wins. The Blues are right behind us in the standings. They're fighting for points. They've got 13 points in 12 games. If we can beat and fight and play this good, and play at least somewhat this good, I should say, against the top team in this division, I think that this season could be we could be in for a little treat. Maybe this could be a surprise season that we didn't expect to see, honestly. Because let's be real, this whole last 5 months has just been so many storylines to follow. So right now, where are we? We are at game 13 out of 82. The Jets are 3rd in the division, in the Central Division. I'm kind of optimistic. I gotta say, I'm not just because of this game, but because of the consistency I'm seeing from the offense. There could be something there. Velarde getting back, Heinola coming to the defense could be that exact jolt that they need. Like I couldn't. I don't know. I really think so. And who knows if Schmidt comes out? Schmidt could go on a dynamite roll until then, but I think that could be a missing link. Is just some life down there in the defense. And I think that if they had that life now, we could be seeing a very different Jets team. But either way, they're winning, they're playing good hockey, they're playing fun hockey, and they're scoring goals. That's what matters most. Great game tonight for the Winnipeg Jets. I'm very happy with it, and you should be too as the fans. Like I said, next game on Saturday against the Dallas Stars is going to be a big test because we play on Saturday. And then the next game is going to be on Tuesday against the Devils. So, we're going on a bit of a road trip right now. And then we're on the East Coast for a bit. And then we're going back to the Coyotes. It's a bit of a jump right now. But either way, this is going to be an important stretch of games coming up for the Jets. This, kind of early big chunk of the games for the Jets. I'd say they have to win a bunch of them. We already know that. But you really got to continue to play the way that they're playing right now in these last few games. 3-game win streak is huge. Let's make it 4 on Saturday. Go Jets, go. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram down in the description below. And check out all the other affiliate links as well. Peace, love, and positivity as always. Go Jets, go. I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. And bye-bye. It'll all be over. It'll all be over.